The teacher asked all the students to write an essay on the subject, my pet. The next day, she started checking everyone's homework. After checking little Johnny's essay, the teacher asked him, Johnny, your essay on my dog is exactly the same as your sister's. Did you copy hers? Johnny replied, You know, teacher, it's the same dog. A man lay in a hospital bed with an oxygen mask over his mouth. A young nurse came in to wash his face and hands. Nurse, he mumbled through the mask, are my testicles black? Flustered, she replied, Sir, I'm just here to clean your face and hands. I have no way of knowing that. He tried again, more urgently. Nurse, are my testicles black? Again, she said, I'm sorry, sir, but that's not part of what I'm here to do. A senior nurse noticed the man becoming upset and stepped in to help. What seems to be the problem? She asked. The man repeated, Nurse, are my testicles black? Being a nurse, she is undaunted. She whips back the bedclothes, pulls down his pajama trousers, moves his package out of the way, has a good look, pulls up the pajamas, replaces the bedclothes, and announces, Nothing is wrong with them. At this, the man pulls off his oxygen mask and asks again, Are my test results back? An attorney went into a bar for a martini and found himself beside a scruffy-looking old drunk who kept mumbling and studying something in his hand. He leaned closer while the old drunk held the tiny object up to the light, slurring, Well, it looks plastic. Then he rolled it between his fingers, adding, But it feels like rubber. Curious, the attorney asked, What do you have there? The old drunk replied, I don't know, but it looks like plastic and feels like rubber. The attorney responded, Let me take a look. So the old drunkard handed it over, and the lawyer rolled it between his thumb and fingers, then examined it closely by sniffing and licking it. Yeah, it does look like plastic and feel like rubber. Has no significant smell or taste. I sure don't know what it is. Where did you get it? The old drunkard man replied, Out of my nose. Several men are in the locker room of a golf club. A mobile phone on a bench rings, and a man puts the phone on speaker and begins to talk as he puts on his golf shoes. Hello, he starts. Honey, it's me. Are you at the club? A woman asks. Yes, he answers. I'm at the mall now, and I found this beautiful leather coat. It's only $1,200 right now. Is it okay if I buy it? Sure, go ahead if you like it that much, the man says. Oh, thanks so much, honey. Oh, and one more thing. The house that we looked at last year is back on the market. They are asking $1,500,000. Well then, go ahead and make them an offer, but no more than $1,250,000, says the man. Delighted, the woman says, Wow, great, I'll see you later, I love you. Love you too. Bye, replies the man and hangs up. The other men in the locker room are looking at him in absolute awe. Then he smiles and asks, Anyone know whose phone this is? Two gas company servicemen, a senior training supervisor, and a young trainee were out checking meters in a suburban neighborhood. They parked their truck at the end of the alley and worked their way to the other end. At the last house, a woman looking out her kitchen window watched the two men as they checked her gas meter. After finishing the meter check, the senior supervisor challenged his younger coworker to a foot race down the alley back to the truck to prove that an older guy could outrun a younger one. As they came running up to the truck, they realized the lady from that last house was huffing and puffing right behind them. They stopped and asked her what was wrong. Gasping for breath, she replied, When I saw two gas men running as hard as you two were, I thought the gas was about to burst into flames, so I figured I'd better run too. A man was walking down the street when he was accosted by a particularly dirty and shabby-looking homeless man who asked him for a couple of dollars for dinner. The man took his wallet, extracted a $10 note, and asked the homeless man, If I give you this money, will you buy some beer with it instead of dinner? No, I had to stop drinking years ago, the homeless man replied. Will you use it to go fishing instead of buying food? The man asked. No, I don't waste time fishing, the homeless man said. I need to spend all my time trying to stay alive. Will you spend this money on hunting equipment? The man asked again. Are you nuts? Replied the homeless man. I haven't gone hunting in 20 years. Well, the man said, I'm not going to give you the money. Instead, I'm going to take you home for a shower and a terrific dinner cooked by my wife." The homeless man was astounded. "Won't your wife be furious with you for doing that?" The man replied, "Don't worry about that. It's important for her to see what a man looks like after he has given up drinking, fishing, and hunting." A blind woman was flying from Seattle to San Francisco. Unexpectedly, the plane was diverted to Sacramento. Along the way, the flight attendant explained that there would be a delay, and if the passengers wanted to get off the aircraft, reboarding would commence in 50 minutes. Everybody got off the plane except one lady who was blind. The pilot noticed her and said, "Kathy, we are in Sacramento for almost an hour. Would you like to get off and stretch your legs?" The blind lady said, "No thanks, but maybe Buddy would like to stretch his legs." All the people in the gate area came to a complete standstill when they looked up and saw the pilot walk off the plane with a guide dog for the blind. Even worse, the pilot was wearing sunglasses and people scattered. They not only tried to change planes, but they were also trying to change airlines. Adam was walking in the Garden of Eden when God suddenly appeared to him. "You look so sad. What's wrong with you?" asked God. Adam said he didn't have anyone to talk to. God said that he was going to make Adam a companion and that it would be a woman. God continued, "This pretty lady will gather food and prepare it for you. She will always agree with every decision you make. She will not nag you and will always be the first to admit she was wrong when you've had a disagreement. She will praise you. She will bear you children and never ask you to get up in the middle of the night to take care of them. She will never have headaches and will freely give you love and passion whenever you need it." Adam asked God, "What will a woman like this cost?" God replied, "I will have to remove an arm and a leg." Adam thought for a while, then asked, "What can I get for a rib?" A wife asked her husband, "Honey, if I died, would you remarry?" After a considerable period of grieving, he says, "I guess I would. We all need companionship." "If I died and you remarried?" The wife asks, "Would she live in the house? We've spent a lot of money getting this house just the way we want it." "I guess so." "Would she sleep in our bed?" "Well, the bed is brand new. It's going to last a long time. I guess she would." "Would she use my golf clubs?" the wife asks again. "Oh no," the husband replies. "She's left-handed." There was a man who had worked all his life and saved all his money. He was a real miser when it came to his money. He loved money more than just about anything, and just before he died, he said to his wife, "Now listen, when I die, I want you to take all my money and place it in the casket with me because I want to take all my money to the afterlife." His wife was a loving Christian woman and promised to do so. Well, the day came when he finally died. He was stretched out in the casket, and the wife was sitting there in black next to her best friend. When they finished the ceremony, just before the undertakers got ready to close the casket, the wife said, "Wait a minute." She had a shoebox with her. She came over with the box and placed it in the casket. Then the undertakers locked the casket and rolled it away. Her best friend said, "I hope you weren't crazy enough to put all that money in there with that stingy old man." She said, "Yes, I promised. I got it all together, put it into my bank account, and I wrote him a check."